airships. Fire Emblem has an airship now. Let's talk about it. Alright, what is up YouTube? It's RSMario bringing you another Fire Emblem Engage video. Alright, so Fire Emblem Engage, started doing the coverage on that game with the last Fire Emblem video I did. And so since then, a trailer dropped in Hong Kong, of all places, which you might as well just say is China. So a trailer dropped in Hong Kong for a new feature called Somniel. Alright, and apparently Somniel is going to be kind of like my base or my castle mode was in Fates, with kind of the walk around mechanic like the Academy was in Three Houses. But there's a lot more to this. So originally I went to Serena's Forest and kind of read through the information that they had, but then I actually watched a translated version of the trailer and got more information. So I was like, yeah, I gotta do a video on this. So of course, if you want to continue getting videos like this from me, if you want more Fire Emblem Engage coverage, if you want more Pokemon videos, more anime videos, because I do have anime videos coming up next week. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button, do all that stuff that YouTube requires you to do to continue getting videos from me, as well as follow me at twitter.com/RSMario128. Like my video tweet, share my video tweet, and I will shout you out at the end of the episode. As well as check out my second channel, The Loot Box Hero, which basically is the channel where I do non-Nintendo, non-anime related stuff. You know, movie trailer reactions, culture war stuff, movie reviews, all kinds of stuff over there. You can check it out. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different vibe over there. You know, of course, check that out. Drop a comment down below to help the channel grow. And as always, people, that's not what I'm supposed to be saying right now. Alright, so, according to Serena's Forest, which is pretty much one of the biggest outlets for Fire Emblem news, probably second only to me. No, I'm kidding. They are awesome on the Fire Emblem news. They're the website that I've been using to get studied up on this game, since I missed most of the coverage of the game, covered Pokemon. But so the Somniel, the Somniel, I believe that's how you pronounce that. The Somniel is a floating base where you can relax in between battles, similar to my castle and Fire Emblem Fates, and to an extent the Monistary in Three Houses. So basically, like, if you remember my base mode from Fates, you basically kind of had like this base where you could walk around. You could, like, you know, customize it and put like I think you could put like a weapon shop in there for them to like make weapons or buy weapons. You could put like different training things in there. You could put like different battle implements in there, because sometimes your base gets attacked by people. I think my base was actually pretty cool. You know, I didn't think it was an essential thing, and I think it's kind of interesting if they allow you to skip it if you just don't want to do it. Because I can understand not wanting to do it, but if they're going to put it in there, at least try to make it interesting. On the left is an artwork of the Somniel, while on the right is a zoomed out picture. I'm going to go ahead and put those edit those in there for you. If I didn't, I probably forgot. We saw a tiny bit of the Somniel during the debut trailer around the entrance and checking out the accessory shop, but this time we'll get more in-depth look. Basically, they're talking about throughout the trailer. I'll put some clips from the trailer in there as well. As you expect, you can find your allies chilling in the Somniel. You see Diamond appears to be enjoying a spot of fishing. Is that like a European thing? Like, okay. While Amber stands nearby, meanwhile, Gold Mary is gazing at the plaza from higher up. Unlike during battle, your allies wear more casual attire. So basically, they wear like regular clothes. They don't wear their armor, which is expected. If they just chilling, you don't necessarily be needed to be decked out unless, you know what I'm saying, you're a rapper or something. You try not to die. You don't necessarily need to be armored up, you know what I'm saying, if you're just chilling, you know. At the Somniel, there are various facilities you can use to prepare for future battles. So kind of like, you know, my base and Fates. These are all conveniently located around the entrance plaza. To the left of Alir is Lapis. In the Hong Kong trailer, Frame is there instead. So I guess they're different characters. So, just talking about this real quick. I actually think this is pretty interesting. Again, I know how like people kind of don't like these modes, you know what I'm saying, because they're kind of like time wasters. And I kind of understand that. I kind of just want to get to the battles. I kind of like that. Just you know what I'm saying, just let me fight type of thing. I understand that completely. Now on the flip side, if they can find a way to make this interesting, if there's like some mini games, you know, like fishing is good. I guess like talking to your allies is good to like get like support conversations. If like they can kind of like add support conversations into this some kind of way, you know, or have some other type of mini games like some Mario Party like stuff, but it's Fire Emblem. Something like that would be interesting. But other than that, if it's nothing else really for them to do, just let me skip it. If you have nothing else really to add to this, just let me go ahead and skip it. Just get to the next part, the next chapter. But yeah, as far as these facilities, I would like to know what they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, all right. So I did the Serena's Forest. I checked out the information they had on Serena's Forest about the Somniel mode, and then I checked out the fan translated trailer that was translated by Setsuma FS on Twitter, and there's way more information about this than what's just on Serena's Forest. So, of course, according to the trailer, there are these things called bond rings that you can make in the Somniel. So there's a part in the Somniel where you can go and communicate with the various emblems, and the emblems, of course, if you don't know, are heroes from the past. So like Marth, Lucina, Sigurd, you know, Ike, Roy. They just revealed Roy is going to be there from the GBA games, and they have some other characters in there as well. Some of the other lesser known characters from some of the other Fire Emblem games. I don't think they will have like Engage forms like the Lords do, but at least you'll be able to communicate with them in some way. They didn't really get into it, you know, and you'll be able to inherit skills from them based on the bonds that you build with the various emblems. So that's interesting. That's a big thing to drop without giving us any more information on it. I mean, if that's the case, that could be way more Engage characters. I doubt that they're gonna get like full blown like Engage characters for like all these little characters from Fire Emblem, because apparently the Engage characters, they have like voice lines and like supports and all this other kind of stuff, and they're not gonna do that much work. They're not gonna do that. But in some way, communicating with these characters builds your bond and allows you to inherit skills from them. There's also a training place, an exercise place in the Somniel that allows you to exercise, so you can actually build up your stats, kind of like, I don't know, like Wii Fit or something. Well, you're not actually doing the exercises. You're not actually. Don't worry. I know we don't like doing exercises. We gamers, you know what I'm saying. But you can actually exercise your characters and your waifus and train them up that way, which I think that's pretty cool. I'll be honest. It's way better than what they did in Three Houses with the, hey, let's go and clean the Pegasuses and build up. Like, no, like just let me do something different. So just having them exercise and do training stuff like that is actually pretty good. There's also a way you can have training battles where you actually go into like a battle that you will do, kind of like a what did they call those battles in Awakening, where it wasn't like a story battle, but it was kind of like just a different, like a side battle, and you can actually do that in the Somniel some kind of way, or maybe it's like you have access to them through the Somniel. Apparently, there's a map creator in this as well, and they kind of brushed over that pretty quickly. But apparently, you can create maps and upload them to the internet. Like, so I'm like, wait a minute, now that feature in itself could be its whole game. All right, a Fire Emblem map maker, that could be like a Mario Maker level game in itself, and it's in the Somniel. So that's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Of course, there's also a bunch of different shops and stuff in there as well. Just gives you a little bit more details. So the next video I'm going to be doing is going to be on the classes. So I hope to have that video out in the next couple of days. Probably about Saturday, because Friday's video is already done, essentially. So I wasn't even going to do a video, but I ran across this, and I was like, you know what? I could do another Fire Emblem video. So that's about it for this. Of course, if you want to continue getting coverage like this from me, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button, do all that stuff that YouTube requires you to do. Drop a comment down below to help the channel grow. Check out the second channel, and as well, as always, people, keep it real.